Hi, I'm Susan Martinez. I'm 48, married for 25 years, and a stay-at-home mom with two sons, one in college and one who's a high school senior. Today I want to share a story about friendship, comparison, and learning what really matters. My college friend Michelle has a daughter named Emily, who's been the neighborhood star since childhood. Beautiful, smart, accomplished, everyone knew about her perfect life. Recently, Michelle and I met at a coffee shop. For 2 hours straight, all I heard was bragging about Emily. Emily just got another scholarship. She's ranked second in her major. She just got back from Europe. Then came the dreaded question, so how are your boys doing? I froze. My oldest, Jake, goes to community college and works at a local diner. He wants to be a chef. My younger son Tyler is a senior with grades in the bottom quarter of his class. They're good kids, kind, hardworking, never cause trouble. But in front of Michelle, they suddenly seemed inadequate. They're doing fine, just figuring things out, I said. Oh, that must be stressful when both kids aren't into school. Emily's always been a reader, so I never had to push her. She's doing a Fortune 500 internship now, heading for a full-time position. She kept going. Emily has a new boyfriend, a med school student. Smart, good family. I guess studying hard pays off. You meet better people. Maybe your son should think about career planning? Tyler still has time if he really tries, right? Driving home, I felt crushed. Michelle's words echoed in my head. She'd spent 2 hours putting my sons down while pretending to care. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept comparing Emily to my sons. When Tyler asked what was for dinner, I snapped, "You're always depending on me. Michelle's daughter does everything herself." Tyler looked shocked. "Mom, what's wrong?" I realized what I was doing, hurting my son by comparing him to someone else. My husband intervened. Comparing again? Jake works hard. Tyler's only a senior. Working at a diner? Other kids are preparing for real careers. Tyler can barely get into community college. I feel like I failed. That night was tense. I locked myself in our room. Tyler went to his, looking hurt. A month later, my friend Lisa called with shocking news. "Did you hear about Michelle? Emily got married suddenly. She was pregnant. They rushed the wedding. Just family, very quiet." I was stunned. Perfect Emily, pregnant and married in a hurry? So she married that med school boyfriend? Yeah, pretty surprising after all Michelle's bragging. After hanging up, I felt conflicted. Even perfect Emily made mistakes. At least she married a future doctor. A week later, Lisa asked to meet again. She looked uncomfortable. "Susan, about Emily's wedding, I didn't have all the details. The situation is completely different." My heart sank. Different how? Emily broke up with the med school boyfriend months ago. She met someone new, a guy who never finished college, no real job. Got pregnant after barely dating him. Did she marry him? At first, yes. He said he'd take responsibility. But then he got scared and disappeared. Won't answer calls. Nothing. Oh my God. Emily's with Michelle now, but they're fighting constantly. Emily moved out and won't even visit. Michelle's practically bedridden with stress. After all that neighborhood bragging, she's too embarrassed to go outside. I felt sorry for Michelle. She'd spent years building this perfect image, and now. Driving home, I thought about all those sleepless nights envying Michelle's life. What people show you is never the whole story. That evening, when Tyler asked about dinner, I smiled warmly. "I'll make something delicious. What do you want?" He smiled back, relieved. As I cooked, I realized Emily's perfect life had hidden so much pain. I stopped comparing that day. Jake still works at the diner. Next year, he starts culinary school to become a chef. I support his dream now. Tyler is slowly figuring out his path. I'm learning to love my kids exactly as they are. Michelle cut off contact with everyone. She's probably dealing with enormous shame. I quietly hope she'll find peace someday. Months later, I ran into Michelle at the grocery store. She looked exhausted, older. "Hi, Michelle." "Susan, I'm so sorry. For all the bragging, for making you feel bad. I was so focused on making Emily look perfect that I didn't know what was happening in her life." She started crying. Emily dropped out. The baby's due in 2 months, and she's alone. I spent so much time showing her off that I forgot to just be there for her. I hugged her. None of us has a perfect life. This experience taught me crucial lessons. What people show is just the tip of the iceberg. No matter how perfect someone's life looks, everyone has hidden struggles. The pressure to appear perfect is devastating. Michelle spent years building a narrative that crashed down when reality hit. Comparison steals joy. When I stopped measuring my sons against Emily, I finally saw their real value: kindness, work ethic, genuine character. Jake may not have a Fortune 500 internship, but he's passionate about cooking. His manager says he's their most reliable employee. Tyler may not be Ivy League bound, but he's thoughtful and creative, figuring out what matters to him. These qualities, integrity, kindness, persistence, don't show up on resumes. But they matter more than any prestigious internship. If you're comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel, stop. Social media, coffee dates, holiday letters, they show edited versions of life. Behind every perfect family are real people with real problems. Behind every accomplished child might be someone struggling with something invisible. Love what you have. Support your kids for who they are, not who you wish they'd be. Or who someone else's kids are. The comparison game has no winners, only people feeling inadequate and people hiding their truth. I have 2 wonderful sons. They're not perfect. Our life isn't perfect, but it's real, it's ours, and I'm finally grateful for exactly that. Thank you for reading. I hope this helps someone stop comparing and start appreciating what they have.